How's it going, everyone? Rachel West and Rick Stroud here with you to break down that Bucs win over the Falcons. Rick, it was a tale of two halves, a lot of bad, a lot of good. We'll start off with the not so good. I feel like death, taxes, and the Bucs struggling early are the three constants that exist in this world. The need to fix that is something that they've harped on time and time again, but yet it still seems to be a problem for them.
Yeah, there's not much you can count on in 2021. Everything's different except that. That has been the same thing. I mean, they've been outscored 59-7 in the last 6 games in the first quarter. And we've talked about this before. You're not going to beat the good teams. And they haven't. They haven't beaten the Saints. They haven't beaten the Rams. They haven't beaten Kansas City when they've fallen behind 17 points like that. They were able to do it against Atlanta. But you have to give them credit because what was at stake? They're trying to make the playoffs. They needed this 9th win, had a winning season since like 2016. These are important things. And I think what made the difference, it's a team game. The defense played better, but Tom Brady brings an awful lot of belief to that huddle. And he was terrific. They scored on every possession except the kneel down. You can't do much better than that. So they did what they had to do. And I know Atlanta has seen Brady do this to them in a bigger stage than what they just did it in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that brought back some nightmares for them. And like you said, they were able to overcome the early struggles in this one. They came out in the second half looking like an entirely different team. What was the difference for them in that second half?
Well, I just think a lot of it's energy, but it comes down to execution. The Atlanta Falcons were able to dial up some blitzes that, frankly, they didn't pick up. I thought they did a better job of protecting Brady. They were able to run the ball a little bit, make some positive yards on first down. Got big performances from Mike Evans, who was able to get open and create some chunk plays. And I think, when you make first downs, you get into a rhythm. You need those 3 extra plays, then 3 more plays. And then after a while, you have the defense on their heels. So it wasn't any one thing. Defensively, I thought they locked down the receivers a little bit better. They got a little more aggressive. And then Devin White had a sensational second half with 3 sacks, all in key situations, including after they tied the game. They held Atlanta to a field goal there. A big play by Antoine Winfield in the end zone. So they just got better as the game went on. And I think, again, you get a little more belief that this is possible because of the quarterback.
Right. And in terms of the playoff picture, they're still sitting in a pretty good spot, still control their own destiny, but they've still got 2 more games left on the schedule, including another one against this Atlanta team.
Yeah, and that's going to be in a couple of weeks. The first one is a short week. We got Christmas coming up. The holidays are always an issue, right? When you're trying to practice every day, that's one less day of preparation, one less day to get your body right. They had some tweaks. Carlton Davis had a groin injury, I think, in this game. So they got to see who's healthy first and foremost and plan to play on Saturday, which is one less day. And look, at this point, they got 2 wins under their belt. They got a little bit of momentum. But it's all going to be about whether they can put 4 quarters together. That's been the struggle for this football team, the way they start games. This is another chance these next 2 weeks to try to do that. And if they do, you're right. They control their own destiny, and they certainly look like a playoff team in that second half.
Well, I, for one, will be interested to see whether the first half team or the second half team shows up on Saturday against the Lions in Detroit. We'll be checking back in with you before that one, Rick. Thanks for the time tonight. Everyone, throughout the week, be sure you're following Rick on Twitter for all of your updates, and be sure to check out tampabay.com for your full Bucs coverage.